I want to say it was a Vega, but I don't know if it was a Vega. But he used to drive Porsches, and he had some nice ones in the day. And he couldn't drive with shoes on. He'd always take his shoes off before he drove. I was like,
what the hell?
What the hell? Yeah, I know. It's like, yeah, that's kind of weird, but all right.
That's weird.
Fine. Whatever.
I have driven without shoes, and it feels very naked.
Very naked. Very naked.
Okay, be careful, all right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I will. But promise I won't hurt her to break it or do anything stupid. Get out here where I can see in a straight line and don't have dumb things in the way.
We're going out of here? Or?
Yeah, I'm going to go this way. Block here. That is such a cool place.
It is.
I'm glad that they had that picture of the... I forgot about that.
What picture?
Of the picture, and you took a picture of
the
picture.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Of the... of
the
what
hotel
the hotel.
resort.
Yeah, the resort, yeah. And then, like you said, there was a big-ass resort up on Mount Pilchuck that burnt down in the 70s. There was a ski lodge and stuff. You could actually... There's chairlifts up there, and you could ski.
So what happened here? Just burned?
It burned down, yeah.
Because the incident?
Shit happens.
Shit happened, yeah.
Shit happens. You know, places
There's not much enough space to put a little burn in here.
Yeah. These brakes are, wow, those are nice brakes. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's kind of windy, but I didn't want to brake on that. It's a really tall geared. And again, it gets you good mileage and it gets you high speed. You know, it'd be fun to be able to drive.
You're good.
When it wasn't, yeah.
You're good.
Who's coming out here?
So we're gonna pick up the stones.
Yeah, we'll get up here when we get up further up here where they're closer.
Yeah.
You can put it on, take it out of sport mode.
Okay. Is the flag out? Flag's gone.
Flagstone?
Gone?
Yeah. No, it's still there.
The flag?
Yeah, flag's still there. The green flag?
Yeah.
It's still there.
Okay, now?
Yeah, gone. Okay. And then we need defroster.
Yeah, I did.
Awesome, thank you, sir. There's a sign there, boy, lady.
45. Man. You were going like 80 or 90 over there.
I got up to 100.
Oh, shit.
I took it just up to 99, just a little harder. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna back down. Again, just because it's so wet out. That's all I do is hit some of that loose shit and lose it. That didn't have.
Yeah, in case there's a deer or something.
Well, yeah, that's true too. Good point.
You may want to put your beam lights. Just push it forward. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
You see better.
See better, more better.
This car doesn't have fog lights. I'm gonna buy the fog lights, and you know how to put them, right?
Oh yeah.
Let's do that.
Yeah, it gets it's a lower point of view, and you get you don't have the fog. Yeah, it cuts through it better.
Yeah.
So is it in cushion mode right now? This would be like totally pussy mode.
What?
The suspension.
Without the sport?
Yeah, it's not in sport anymore. I understand that, but is it in its most quote comfortable, most wussy, like like the chick would want it? Okay, 'cause it still feels a little rigid.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I got no problem with that.
I guess that's the way it is.
Oh, absolutely. No worries.
This is like the standard.
Yeah. Okay.
Because as soon as you put the sport mode, you can feel different.
Oh yeah, definitely, absolutely. It would have been a little bit better burnout too if I let it warm up a little bit better.
Yeah.
And I'd never driven this before. And I just don't want to break it out here. Fuck Egypt.
There's this bridge.
It's this one.
When I'm about to return it, if I do.
Yeah.
Then
burn the shit out of the wheels.
Yeah.
Burn the shit out of the wheels out of it.
Yeah. I guess that'll be alright.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna have you go with me and return it. Like,
oh, absolutely.
You're gonna drive one car and I'm gonna drive the other.
Fuck yeah, I was hoping that.
But what I want to do, is also turn it down, but give her the keys, but make it like she doesn't, like I'm turning the car, but I'm carless now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I
don't want her to know that I'm gonna get a car.
She heard me talking to you that one night.
Yeah.
And she's like going, later on she's going, she was going, talking to CJ going, who the fuck is Dad talking to? You know, because it was kind of like, it was, you know, things were good, and then there was stress, and there was good, and there was stress because you're talking about Mom and shit.
Yeah.
And I explained it all to her, and she's just going, oh my God, what a fucking bitch. And I said, oh yeah, you think your mom's whack.
Yeah, there's even worse.
Yeah, Sandra's worse.
Yeah, this is why we don't kind of like, how do you say? We don't socialize much. We have been like this way too many times already.
Yeah.
Like I go away, like
Yeah.
a step away.
Yeah.
You know, I have had more socialization with you, and since I met you,
Yeah.
than with her.
Than with her. You know, because you never did talk about her.
No,
And-
I
and
never
you-
did.
and
And you
you
noticed that, right?
Yeah,
I never did.
And the only I did know that she was whack because you did say something that your mom was kind of a bitch, kind of wacko, and I left it at that. Okay, no problem. And then again, you know, she made this big deal about how it was all going to be good and happy, joy, and then she just turned into her shit again, and it's fucked up. But that's what I was trying to get to. So I was telling Marissa about it, going, yeah, it's going to be really cool, but we'll have, you know, depending on what the car situation is, but hopefully they'll have one already. But we're just going to go ahead and he's going to drive up to the door, or drive it up to the house, park it in front, go up to the door, ding dong, give her the fucking keys, turn around, and just walk up the hill like come down, and hopefully it'll be pouring down rain, and hopefully it'll be kind of at night, and it'll look really bad,
really
maybe
bad.
no coat, and that's the last sight she'll see of him is walking in the cold fucking rainy icky dark without a car up the hill.
Yeah.
And it's an absolute.
That's exactly what I want to do.
You know I don't like to do revenge. You know I don't like to do payback shit 'cause it's bad karma. But teaching her a lesson and doing it that way is about as good as you can do it.
Yeah.
You know? And it's all going to be on her. Whatever fucked up thing she does to her head about it will be her own dealing. It's not you.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted her fucking car back. Fine. You know, cut you off. I don't need you anymore.
Yeah.
You've done this bullshit too many times. Sad to say, I loved you, but I don't like you, and I don't want to be around you because you're evil.
That's exactly what I want to do.
That's sad.
Yeah, it's sad. Remy is one of those that is like, I just can't believe there's somebody like that, and he's a mother like she is. You know, it's like I cannot understand how can a mother be so much evil with her son, especially with a son that. What the hell have you done to her? That's what Remy keeps asking me. What did you do to her?
You know, and that's what's so fucked up about your sister Desi and shit.
Yeah.
All the bullshit that she caused and created with Caesar and your mom.
Yeah.
And all the drama bullshit, and then blaming you and blaming you for all the shitty things you did as a kid to her. You know, like fuck you.
That's
get over it. Grow the fuck up, bitch.
Yeah.
And
everybody does that.
And she's not. You know, they say the nut doesn't fall too far from the tree. You know, nut tree, and meaning your mom's the tree, and she's a child and from that tree, and nut, she's just whacking, but she knows, and that's what's sad. And your mom knows too that she's. But that's what I was gonna ask. You knew your grandparents, right? Her folks.
Yeah.
What were they like? They were pretty cool, weren't
my
they?
My grandma, her mother, lives here in Bellevue.
Right. And she's cool.
She is cool, but she's like her.
She is still like her though.
Yeah, they don't get along.
They don't get along. Right.
They don't get along at all.
Right.
Just like me.
Right.
She's a sweet lady. You meet her one of these days.
Yeah.
We'll go
see her.
Didn't
you see? Is that the one you saw on the side of the road? That one time you gave her a ride.
And I gave her a ride.
Right,
she's a sweet lady.
Right. And she's old.
She's old. I see her as when I was a kid. Still like never changed, right? But she's I can tell she's old now.
How old do you think she is?
She's like 80.
Is she really that old? Because your mom is she's like 49 or something.
Yeah.
She's like 6 years younger than me.
Yeah, I think she's like 80 or 70.
So she was so if your mom, say, just for shits and giggles, make it easy, say your mom is 50 and grandma's 80, so she was like in her 30s when she had your mom.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they never get along.
Yeah.
They never did get along. Yeah, that's best.
That's better.
Somehow in here there's that road that is gonna turn into non-gravel. Oh, there's a car coming. You better behave.
Oh yeah, I am. I've been going on the speed limit. I've been driving very safely, Simon.
Okay. That was not a car. Okay, payment ends. That's it. This
is the big move to do. This is where I fucking flew and jumped the fucking bike. Also 650 Nighthawk. That was fast.
I can't. You know, that doesn't freak me out much as that guy that walked here in the middle of the freaking night.
That was funny. I
cannot believe. And you came here to help him?
Yeah, I actually did. Yeah.
So that was 100% real.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
He wasn't freaking lying. That
no. He had his brother's car, and I think he was fucked up, but he'd been at a party, and you know, there was a lot of partying going on out here, and he fucked. Oh, and it was in the wintertime, and it was icy and shitty, and he's like, and he gave me $20, and I had a tow thing, but to drive, you know, and the only thing he walked a long fucking way. We could even measure it, you know. But what's funny is that we had our porch light on, and that was the only thing he could see from the road. He saw a little
and he saw that. He's like, "That's rats."
And that's the first light. Well, he didn't know it. But say again, we were the third house from the end of the power line.
Yeah, he just picked up that randomly.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it was just like he was, you know, he was a wet, fucking cold, miserable motherfucker too.
And where was the car? All the way up here or
it was
beyond?
No, it's further up. It was at Redbridge.
Ah, okay.
So we can measure from Redbridge to where I used to live. And I can't remember. It's a good, you know, 8 miles or so, maybe.
I would just stay in the freaking car.
And wait till morning,
if I have to, yeah.
You know, I
and
guess.
probably walk in the morning. That's fine.
Yeah, it was.
And it still would be freaking.
Dude, and it was pouring. I mean, it was in the middle of the winter, because that's what it was. It was icy.
Yeah.
And I you know, I yanked him out with my tow strap, and it was like no big deal.
What happened to the car?
I think he slid off the road, or he parked it, and he couldn't get it out.
Oh, okay.
It was just, you know, it wasn't really bad. It wasn't crashed per se.
Yeah. It's just too much mud and.
Mud and ice, and I think he just slid it, and he was fucked up or something, and you know, he just fucked up.
Yeah.
For $20, you know, hey, fuck yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
And again, my buddy Gary was over that weekend, and I'm pretty sure Gary was crashed on the couch, and I think he's the one that maybe woke me up. And it was probably 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock. It was dark, and it was icky and cold. And here's a stranger fucking knocking on my door on a Saturday, you know, Sunday morning. It was right over here. It was right off the side.
Right
of the
over
road.
here on the
Right
side.
side of the road here. Yeah.
Oh shit.
So let's see what Smiling.
What was he doing here?
Just partying. That's a lot of people do that. So.
Yeah.
So 170 is the mileage.
170.
Yeah, we'll figure out how far he walked.
Yeah, did you turn the miles?
No, I told him what it is. I don't. It's fine.
You want me to? Okay, you got
it. It says 25,170 miles.
Okay.
So I'll just know that number and then subtract it. Figure out.
Take a photo of that.
Okay.
That way you don't have to remember.
Oh, come on. As I get older, I need to challenge my brain, my brother.
Well, the numbers doesn't look good actually.
No, I said for sure. That's a small little tiny number. 25, 170. And when I was living up here, it was so fucking cool. The front, oh shit, the very front part of the property, it was almost 4 acres. The front part of the property had big trees and shit, really good, you know, dense forest. And then you got a little bit further, and then there was the weirdest stuff. I've seen it in a few places around here, but it's this really weird fucking bamboo that grows. It's really not very strong. It's got a huge root system that's just creepy and weird. And in the summer, when it's fucking hot and it's moist and it's just this shit grows so you can hear it grow. It's weird, man.
Here.
It's like a jungle. Yeah, because remember I told you this stuff. The valley
that
gets hot.
weird valley, yeah.
And you can literally hear it grow in the hot summer afternoon. And it would grow all summer and get 12, 15 feet high and thick. And then it would it'd fall all down during the winter.
Oh shit.
So I had 2 3-wheel, you know, those off-road 3-wheeler things. You know, those like
yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? You know, the motorcycle-like things that are 3 wheels. They're dangerous as fuck. They're not quads. They were 3-wheelers. They don't make them anymore. They're very, very dangerous. Anyway, my buddy's dad, Gary, his dad was a pilot and used to fly gliders, and they would use these 2 Honda 175 little 3-wheelers to move the gliders around on the tarmac, because, you know, they're kind of a bitch. So they would use those. Well, he got out of gliding, and he had these 2 stupid machines, and he didn't have the titles to them. They were just whatever given to him, and they were a pretty junky piece of shit. And I could keep one running all the time. Between the two of them, I'd keep them one running. And I literally drove it and broke it until it broke in half.
Yeah.
I had jumps, and it was a big, huge track, about 2-acre track of all this, and it was like, it was trails through all this bamboo and shit, and I'd knock it all down, and I had my Baja bug, and I'd use that, and, that thing was like a tank, and that would fucking break down the shit, and that'd give me these trails, and, oh god, it was so much fucking fun.
Oh, wow.
Oh, dude, I literally, God, I think I did, now that I think about it, I drove the shit out of them, and I thought I was going to leave them up there, and I ended up selling the damn things for like $100.
Oh,
they were given to me.
Yeah.
And the Baja bug, I burned it up because it had a fucking, just a nasty ass motor, and I just beat the shit out of it. It was, it was on its last legs, the motor was, and I didn't care. And I towed it, and we rented a U-Haul, one of the big ass ones, bigger than the one we had for your move, and a trailer, one of them dollies, and I towed my Baja bug, and I filled that motherfucker to the brim, and then driving across that bridge where I said the waterfall was, that's a narrow bridge with that big fucking truck, and it's just like, oh my god, bonsai. And my buddy Wayne that you met when we went to pick Javi up that one time, my buddy Wayne, he was my boss at the time, and we got to know each other pretty well. We worked in graveyard, and he was my boss. He got the job that I wanted and deserved, but anyway, we became best of friends, and he never came out here, but he volunteered to help me move, and he's really late. He's on Wayne time. Yeah, I'm only doing 42, and so he comes out with his wife.
Just one light.
Yeah, he comes out with his wife, and it was Sunday or Saturday, and he didn't get out there till like, I don't know, 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Luckily, it was in the middle of summer, so, it was still light out, and I needed him for a couple of big things that just Jeff and I couldn't fucking move ourselves. And so he shows up at, it was supposed to be there like, say, noonish would have been a good time, but he didn't show up till like 3:34, maybe 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And he shows up with a fucking fifth of Jack Daniels, his 22 gun, bullets, and beer. And so we had to play. It was my last fucking night up here, and we shot guns and drank alcohol and got all fucked up, and packed up the truck, and then we drove to my new house, and oh my god, we had so much fun up here. But we didn't smoke pot together because he was my boss, and we just never. And then it wasn't until I went to, after we bought the house, I went on to swing shift, and I forgot my keys, or Nancy lost her, forgot her keys at the, we worked together, and so I ended up having to drive back to work to get her keys, and they were stopping the graveyard shift, but he was still, I'd already gotten back onto swing shift, and he was still running for another week or whatever, so he was at work. And so I show up at like 11 o'clock at night, and he gets off at midnight or something, I think. I can't remember. Anyway, so we hook up, and we went and got a 6-pack of beer or something, and we sat in the parking lot at work, and I wasn't working for him anymore, and we talked, and we were just yucking it up and having fun. And I'd been living at the house in Lake Stevens for a couple of weeks, and we're sitting there in the parking lot just drinking beer and shooting the shit, and it's probably 3 o'clock in the morning or something, and he pulls a pipe out of his ashtray in his truck that we've been bullshitting with, and hey, you want to hit this? I was like, yes I would, thank you very much. And then we laughed and chuckled at each other because we both knew we were stoners, and but we couldn't, again, he was my boss, and I wanted to be professional.
So no, that was no car.
No, I know. So, but we did lots of mushrooms, lots of acid, lots of drinking, lots of walking, lots of fun, a little coke a couple of times.
Yeah.
One time we did mushrooms. I didn't do mushrooms anymore because I OD'd on them one time, or a couple of times.
Yeah.
And so I swore them off and I wasn't going to do them anymore. Well, Nancy and I lived up here, and it was just too good of a deal. The mushrooms were really good. I knew who grew them. They weren't just fucking yard pick things, and they were really good. And I was with nothing but good people. And Nancy and I were in a really good place in a relationship. It was this fucking Saturday evening, and Buck was there, and all my friends and stuff, and we just got fucking shit-faced stupid. Did a couple times, but this one night, it was the first time I'd done them again in 6-7 years. And we ended up coming out to the road at 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. We just laid out in the middle of the road. It was summer. It was hot, beautiful. And cool. And see all the lights there. That must be sober.
There's
And oh god, it was fun. I felt like it was like I was a 12-year-old kid. That was absolutely fantastic. Is this the bridge?
Yeah, Pilchuck.
Oh, this is okay. So shit. Yeah. Okay, how many miles? 6 miles. So it was 6 miles. It's 25,176 miles. So we went 6 miles. That's how far the bridge is to that bridge. So that guy walked 6 miles in the middle of the fucking night, pouring down rain to get to my house.
But you were living over.
I was just living just back. We passed it already.
Oh, okay.
Actually, it's that one last corner. Went, whoa, shit. You get it's very mesmerizing. Up here.
Oh man.
The way the fog and all that.
Yeah, this fog is creeping me out.
You know, and like I said, I'm not too worried about any critters running out in front of me. This thing handles like a fucking dream.
No, one time I saw right in Duval, like when we went the other day to eat.
See?
On that very, like you're going straight and there's only land on the side, there's nothing.
Yeah.
One time I went there and I saw this fog that was very thick on the ground. And I was like, fuck, this fog is so creepy, you know. That kind of creeped me out.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was like when I went to Mexico, coming down to Mexico City. Freaking plane, man. We dug into the freaking clouds.
Oh yeah, cool.
And I could see the clouds like right in front of me.
You never done that before? Never been in cloud? Oh, when flying? How many times have you flown?
This was my first time. No, sorry. This was my second time because I came here, but I was like in the middle seat when I came.
Right.
And I fell asleep in the plane.
Oh, that's okay.
So I didn't even, and it was in the middle of the night. This time I left at 5 in the morning here, and I got there around 2:30 in Mexico City. So it was in the middle of the day.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was right in the side of the
window seat.
Oh, and I put a camera.
Oh, good.
I got the footage.
Oh, right on.
I put a camera right on the side of the window.
Well, you think it's the year 34, right?
Yes.
Okay. When we went on our cruise, that was in 99 or 2099 or something. Like that. Okay, so how old was it? So I was 30. I was 39. Is that right?
When we went on a cruise, which cruise?
Well, no, when Nancy and I went on our cruise to Panama. Shit. Our Panamanian cruise. Jeff, my brother-in-law Jeff, her brother, he had never flown. That was the first time he had ever flown. So he was 39 years old, and he was a fucking American, you know?
Yeah.
They'd never flown. And we flew from Seattle to Dallas, and then from Dallas to Acapulco. And we left at like, fuck, it was the red eye, totally. It was like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning at night, you know. And we drove all down there and then flew all night. And he had never flown before, and it was so funny because I can't sleep on a plane. I just said that.
Oh, yeah.
I've never.
No, I fell asleep. I don't know. Yeah.
I've never.
Because I tried alone when I came here.
Yeah.
Because I went to the embassy, get the green card.
See.
And I was permitted to be alone at the time.